Hello, and this is Talk for Glory, episode 58. I apologize for our hiatuses. It feels like a Steven Universe episode. But before we get into episode 58, just a heads up. Just a heads up. If you guys have us on Anchor or following us on Spotify, I have done a recent podcast on New Japan Pro Wrestling's King of Pro Wrestling. Very great show. I only covered the minor things. It's about 10 to 15 minutes long. Feel free to check it out.
Yep.
But
If you guys want, you guys can go look it up. Check it out, man. Hopefully you guys enjoy it.
But
But
before we
yeah,
get into this movie, I'll talk about why we've taken a month off.
it was actually my fault, guys. To be honest, it had nothing to do with Enigma. It was all me. I was going through something. I've been watching wrestling since I was a kid, so I feel like I needed a little break, and I realized that I love wrestling too much to just walk away from it. It has done so much for me in my life, and it has given me so much, so I can't just walk away from something like that. So yeah, we're back, and today we have a video we're gonna be talking about WWE games because WWE 2K20 comes out in a few days from now, and we're in the spirit.
About a good 48 hours away.
Yep.
24 hours for you guys to pre-order and getting The Fiend. Also, when I get that game, I don't want to be playing people and about 80% of the people have The Fiend's theme song. I want to see some Champa in there.
Yeah, but guys, this is ranking every WWE games from worst to best in our opinions. Of course, this is our opinion. This is not facts. This is how we feel.
But before we get into that, let's get into our introductions like usual. I'm an before.
I'm Smooth. And this is episode 58, guys.
Oh my God, I'm sorry, guys.
All right, you ready? You ready to do the list? All right, guys. Remember, this is our opinions, guys. You guys don't have to agree. If you disagree,
More power
comment
to you.
it. Comment if you disagree. We don't feel the type of way. You know, we're not gonna feel the type of way. But yeah, 15 right now because we only played 15 in our lifetime. So
All right.
15 games, and we're going from worst to best. All right. So number one on the list. Number one from worst to best is SmackDown versus Raw 2007.
I remember playing this thing when I was 8.
Yep, I was 9 years old.
My God, I fucking hated it.
I know a lot of you guys liked the game because the music in there was, of course, good. It had a decent storyline. Huh?
Before I tear into this real quick, before I tear into it, I loved that intro.
Yeah.
I think SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 got me into 3 Days Grace.
Yeah, me too, bro. And that's when 3 Days Grace was just breaking out as like huge rockers. Even though early 2000 they were big, but not like 2005 through 7. And right there, that was the perfect opportunity to put them in a video game.
I loved Riot.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they had Money to Bang.
Oh yeah, Money in the Bank. I kind of missed the old way of like it was like a draining case or a draining title.
Yeah, I mean, this it had a great music playlist. I'm not gonna lie, I give that game that. It had a great playlist, music wise. But let's talk about the things we liked about it and the things we didn't like about it. You want to go first, or you want me to start?
I'll go first. We can.
Right.
I like the music. I like the choice in music that WWE did. I think 2007 was what made me choose. I like rock music mostly over everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I also like the superstars. I liked playing as Eddie. I liked playing as Edge. I like the animation because I think 2006 and lower when you reverse a finisher, like let's say you reverse switch in music. It wasn't like, oh, you ducked. It was just like, oh, yeah, he missed. So, like, just seeing, like, oh, shit, I can duck.
Yeah. And this was the first WWE game that was post PS2. Like, 360. It had great graphics for 360 and PlayStation 3.
2007 came for 360? I thought it was for the original Xbox.
No, it came for 360. This was the first game post PS2. Even though it was for PS2, but it was, of course, on Xbox and PlayStation 3.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. What you were saying, though?
What was I saying? Yeah, I loved all the superstars I could play as. Like, everything, it felt so realistic instead of nowadays where they're just like, hey, look how real the graphics look.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I gotta give this game a few, like, pointers and credit, you know. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. This wasn't for PS3. It was only for 360. But
Yeah, I was about to say.
yeah. The things I liked about it, you could have fought in the crowd. That was pretty fire. I like that. Um, storyline. There was some storylines I liked. Like if you was on the SmackDown side, I like that storyline. I didn't really like Raw's storyline too much. I felt like it was just crazy, in my opinion,
The
and
shows
I
was a little
wasn't really
wacky.
feeling it. Yeah, but as far as SmackDown goes, I like SmackDown side of the storyline. It was decent. It wasn't like great, but it wasn't bad either. And I know a lot of you are not gonna agree with us because this game was it had high ratings, but again, this is our opinion. But yeah, I didn't. The things I didn't like about it. Wait, you already said what you didn't like about it, so you could go first on that.
Oh yeah, now it's time for me to freaking tear into this shit.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, one of the things I fucking hated, and I mean hated with a heavy heart, was why the living fuck is the WWE Championship and the World Championships locked?
Yeah, and all the classic belts was a lot too. And plus, you had to grind to get them. I didn't like that either.
I'm sorry, but the fact that I think even the U.S. title was locked, it's just like that was the easiest way to get it under
Nah,
the belt.
the mid cards were open,
Yeah, the mid cards were open, the tag titles were open, but it's like, my God, this
but
feels
that's
like
it.
real WWE.
Yeah, nobody wants to do that. And you had to do like some glitches and some like move sets to unlock these title belts. And I'm just like, nah, I'm not for it. Let me just play the storyline and get the titles.
And then on top of that, I'm pretty sure like around release of that game, like 2-3 months after game release, all these new talents started unveiling. Well, not new, but like Jeff came back, and then you're just like, ah, fuck, I wish Jeff was here. And you're here stuck with 2007, and I don't think a lot of people had open ideas like they do today about making characters. Like if you saw Jeff and you were like, oh, I'll just make a character. I'll make Jeff Hardy. I don't think a lot of people were like that. I think a lot of people were
hmm
just like, ah, fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, Jeff has just came back, and a lot of people actually started coming back, and it was kind of whack because they wasn't in the game. I mean, again, this is our opinion. I know this game was heavily like favored, heavily liked, but again, this is just how we feel. I didn't really
But
like it too much, huh?
but then again, this was PS2, so DLCs and constant updates wasn't a thing.
Yeah, and I feel like in this game, every like guy, if he wasn't fat, had the same body build. Like I feel like
Yeah,
everybody looked the
I think the
same.
only fat guy was Big Show.
Big Show and Viscera at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Big Show, Viscera, and basically that's it. And Mick Foley.
Mick Foley had a gut.
Yeah, everybody had the same shoulders, and the move sets were pretty good. But then again, you was limited to finishers. I didn't like that. You also had to unlock finishers as well. I didn't
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
I also hated the kick out system.
Yeah, the kickoff system was trash.
The shit we have today,
hmm
where it's like you're playing Pac-Man, and even WWE 13 with like that giant bar thing where like you have to click it. I love that stuff. That should have been in the game ages ago.
Yeah.
But it's like, why the hell is it like in 2007 and 8, if you were to get hit by a finisher, if you were to get hit by a finisher, and you're like spamming buttons, like you're going and you don't move, it's like you put down the controller.
what I did, what I
didn't
did
have
like
any of
about SmackDown Raw 2007 as well was the finisher, the way you could get your finisher. Even though it was kind of fast and everybody was like, "Damn, you keep spamming finishers."
Well, yeah,
But
because like there was a time limit for it.
yeah, but I actually liked it. I actually liked the way they did that.
Yeah, especially because it's like, all right, you want to hold down your finisher because like you would like press like RT, and then now it's a signature.
Yeah, and GM mode was pretty decent.
Yeah, GM mode was decent,
Yeah, it was decent, but
even though it's kind of
that's
the
all.
gateway of how the fuck you unlock shit.
Yeah, but I think that's it for that game. I got it was to me it was the worst WWE 2K. I mean WWE game ever made, in my opinion.
Oh no, 2K. We'll get into that one.
Well, THQ's part, it was the worst one, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
THQ wise, 2007 was bad.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people loved it, but then again, guys, this is our opinion, so you know. All right, so next on the list will have to be,
WWE 2K.
in my opinion, this was the worst wrestling game ever created. This was WWE 2K17, and I'm gonna bringing him back in. I don't know what happened. I think he lagged out or mistakenly exited out by mistake. Guys, we're gonna wait on Enigma. He's coming back. Yeah, there he goes right there. Yo,
It's smooth. Can you hear me?
hello. Yeah, I can
Smooth.
hear you.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I lagged out for some reason.
That's cool.
All right. What were you saying?
Um, to me, this was the worst SmackDown. I mean, WWE game. Period. In my opinion. WWE 2K17. I remember just getting it, and I remember telling Enigma, this game was horrible. I remember taking it back to GameStop like 2 weeks after release,
I
three
got
weeks
it on.
after release.
I got it on release. I remember the first game. I remember the first match I did and everything. Roman Reigns versus Xavier Woods and Roman Reigns. Like I remember, like Xavier Woods drop kicked me out of the ring, and I'm trying to get up,
Yeah, yeah.
and freaking Roman got up like as if he was on life support.
hmm Me, I hated this game. It felt like when it first came out, it didn't feel complete. It felt like it was just thrown into like the gaming world. Like, oh hey guys, we just released another WWE game. The freaking online was terrible. The servers was
Oh
horrible.
God, the servers were cancer.
The servers were horrible. I was just like, what an experience. And after that, and after a few days of just saying to myself, you know what, this shit is trash. I'm taking it back to GameStop. I can't deal with this nonsense.
On the bright side is the fact that you gave it back 1 week, 2 weeks later, you got at least $40 back. So there's your
Yeah.
money.
And to be honest, I can't really say anything good about it because I didn't play it that much. I just looked at all the negatives.
Yeah, it's pure negatives, and the fact that each wrestler was on life support. Also, I didn't get 15, but I got 16. So I was
hmm
walking in here with like a half open mind, and a lot of people were telling me, "Oh yeah, the game got better in 5 months." But there's a problem. Why the hell is the game getting better in 5 months?
Where? Why the hell, right? Um, but yeah, what else you didn't like about it? Hey, what's up, Sound Like Kayfabe? What's good, bro?
No, I fucking hated it. There's literally nothing good to say about this thing.
Yeah, and it's not
I
really much I
fucking
could say. To me, this was the worst video game ever made for WWE out of the whole entire series, in my opinion.
I say 2K wise.
No, I think it is the worst.
Yeah, worse like gameplay and everything. Like the only thing I didn't like about 2007, I made it first, was the fact that you had to grind for everything.
Yeah, hell yeah, we had to grind literally for everything. Which I don't care grinding for everything, but it's like, all right, we're gonna
The,
beat certain parts of the game. Give us certain things, give us like championship belts or like certain movesets or certain legends. And
but
that's
like
another
do
thing.
it
It
in a
was hard to
certain
get these
way.
legends,
Yeah, like do
huh?
it in a certain way. Like I don't like that. Oh, I gotta do this to unlock the WWE title. Have it so where it's like, hey, you gotta win King of the Ring. Hey, you gotta
Yeah,
win a Money in the Bank and successfully cash in. You gotta do shit like that.
yeah, yeah. I didn't like
That's the only
that.
reason. That's the only reason why it's number one.
Yeah. But yeah, I can't really say as much for WWE 2K17 because I didn't really play it that much. I just was experiencing bad things for it. I didn't really play the story as much. I don't remember any movesets or anything like that, so I can't really talk about it like crazy. But it was just a bad experience on my part. And yeah, of course, I play on Xbox One, so it's not allowed to be on my Xbox because the Xbox is the best box. Anything else, Enigma? 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 Oh shoot! I'm sorry, guys. We're having a lot of technical difficulties today because of our connections and stuff. New York connection is crazy right now, especially on rainy days. Hello, yo, yo, Enigma, are you here, bro? I'm sorry about this, guys. Hello, Enigma. I mean, he's in here, but I can't hear him. Let me get him out real fast. Yeah. Oh shoot! Don't do that. Fuck. What's going on here? Hold on, guys. But yeah, just a bad game overall, in my opinion. Sorry for the technical difficulties, guys. For Enigma's part, we're gonna be back on Fuck. Hold on. Let me get him back in here, guys. Sorry about that. It's our first day back, so we're gonna have a lot of things wrong today. I want to get into the detail and experiences that we went through when we was younger. So on my part, yeah, pretty bad game in my opinion. But yeah, guys, I'm back. You know, Smooth needed a little break for a while, and like I said, I enjoy doing this podcast. I missed you guys, so I can't turn away from it. So hold on, guys. Trying to get in contact with Enigma right now. See what's going on. Yeah, we got a pretty good list. If you ask me, I think it's a pretty decent list from ranking best to good, in my opinion. All right, let's get Enigma back in here.
Okay.
Yo.
Okay, can you hear
All right, there we
me
go.
now?
Yeah.
Fucking Christ. Sorry, guys. Freaking, when you use StreamYard on your phone and someone calls you, it tends to kick you out harder than a super kick party. Oh, God. That was just so annoying. What are we on now?
We're on the third one now. I think we passed 17. It was a pretty boring, whack game.
Garbage. Horrible.
Yeah.
I'd fucking break this. I'd purchase it right now and break the CD.
Well, of course, it had Brock on the front cover. Now, all right, next on the list, third, in our opinion, third worst. Third worst was WWE 2K15. Want to go first?
Christ, the fact that like these top three all deserve the number one spot, I fucking hated it. I fucking hated 2K15. This is the worst game I've ever played, and that's not even a freaking SCU bit right now. Because even if this game was in Southern California, SC mother FNU, this game would still suck.
Hell yeah, I agree. There was a lot of things wrong with this game that I didn't like personally as well.
Glitch after glitch after glitch after glitch after glitch after glitch after glitch. And on top of that fucking game, we were introduced to all this new shit. Why the fuck is the new submission way is a game of Pac-Man? You were better off with.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I didn't like that either. This WWE 2K15 just changed a lot of things. I don't know why they went to a different route.
The kick-out system, the submission, the lack of...
Even the Royal Rumble sucked in that game.
Even the Royal Rumble.
It's fucking horrible, bro. And, yeah, there was just a lot of things wrong with it. I have to agree with Enigma. It was probably the worst next to 17 in my opinion. Probably tie game I've ever played in terms of WWE. Hello?
Yeah, I'm still here. It's just that I feel like ranting about 2K15.
Nah, go ahead.
It was just so bad because NXT was just starting. And why the hell we only have like 5 superstars for the NXT roster?
Yeah, I didn't like that. And the roster felt stale in that game.
Freaking, we have 5 NXT stars, but you have like 4 different versions of freaking Triple H.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they had a lot of variants of different types of superstars.
And what I'm hearing for the roster for 2K20, I'm sorry to cut you off. What I'm hearing for the roster is like we're gonna have different versions of the 4 horsewomen. One for their NXT, one for their manias, one for this one. Why the fuck do you need that many versions of the person?
I don't know. And it goes back to Hulk Hogan as well. I mean, he's a legend, he's an icon, but I don't think we need Hollywood Hulk Hogan, the original Hulk Hogan from the 80s, and NWO Hulk Hogan.
You don't need all these versions.
I think if you want to have NWO, you could customize him. And then they have Attitude Era's Hulk Hogan as well.
Yeah, it's like just customize it.
Yeah, just customize. If you want to wear NWO's Hulk Hogan, customize the shorts and the theme song and the whatever you want to do, but
it shouldn't take up a slot in the 2K roster.
Yeah, and that's what WWE 2K15 did. Not only for Triple H, but for multiple like characters in that game, they did a lot of variants and other.
Did they do it for Cena?
Yeah, John as well. I did not like that. And just the soundtrack on that game was fucking horrible as well. I did not like the soundtrack on that game. You heard it, Enigma?
Yeah, I hated the soundtrack. I don't know
They had
who that
that
was.
cringe John Cena Wiz Khalifa song that I
Yeah,
freaking hated.
I was not the biggest fan of that. Not at all.
Me either. I know a lot of you young people probably enjoyed that, but coming from my generation and era, that's not what I look forward to. And it sounded cringe when you heard John Cena's verse on the song.
If anything, what they should have done was go another more rock based.
hmm Yeah, and I feel like John Cena sounded like he was literally reading off of a piece of paper. He did not sound like the Doctor of Thugonomics. He didn't sound like his older self when he used to do rap videos when he was younger and stuff like that. He sounded like he was literally reading off of a piece of paper, and it was just miserable and horrible. It was absolutely disgraceful. Wiz Khalifa had to be one of the worst DJs in WWE 2K history.
And that, like, what was the song? I forgot what was the song, but like for simple games, like the top song in like something like W12 was the Jacob Cass theme song. In W13, the top song was Revolution by
hmm
Pennywise or Penny something.
I mean, 15 had a pretty good one. The only really good one on 15 was Wild Ones.
Oh yeah, but that was more just a hype up manias.
Yeah, the Wild Ones was pretty good. Other than that, I didn't really like 15's theme soundtracks at all. And Avenged Sevenfold was pretty good though. This Means War was pretty good.
Yeah.
Besides that, I think it was horrible. Everything else was horrible. We
But I
have to
think we're
agree on
on
that.
freaking for too damn long. Yeah, I agree with you, and let's just get off this shit before I freaking go worse on it.
Yeah, 15, one of the worst WWE games of all time, if not the worst. All right, next, 4. Number 4 on the list, SmackDown versus Raw 2011. And I think a lot of you would agree with us on this one. Enigma,
I'm thinking about it because
what did you like about SmackDown versus Raw
the Road to WrestleManias.
2011?
Favorite run.
You didn't like
Favorite
about it,
Road
or
to
did you
WrestleMania?
did like about it?
I liked the Road to WrestleMania. I said I liked the Road to WrestleManias. I liked Ray's Road to WrestleMania. The only thing I didn't like about it was the whole RVD
Yeah, me
thing,
too. Yeah.
which also
I mean,
resulted.
I didn't like John's, to be honest.
What was
John's
John's
Road
Mania?
was pretty bad to me, if you ask me. I don't
Triple
really remember,
Triple
but at the
H's
time,
was-
I just remember having a bad experience on it.
I
Huh?
remember Triple H also had one, and honestly, if there was any time to make the meme where Triple H buries people, it would have been that Road to WrestleMania. Because I remember
Mhm.
like him facing people like Randy, not Jeff. That was 2010. Like all these people, or I might be thinking about 2010, which we'll get to too. Just
Mhm.
all these people, and it was like, my God, like, can this guy lose at least?
To
Or
be
it might be
honest, it had a pretty weak roster too.
wait, didn't Christian have a Road to WrestleMania?
Yeah, Christian had one, but I didn't really like that one either.
I like that one.
Yeah, the game modes wasn't that good, if you ask me as well. And they had
Yeah.
Chris Jericho as well. I
Yeah.
like Ray's and Jericho's. Those are my 2 favorite ones.
Yeah, Jericho's was good.
But if you ask me, guys, another thing that WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 had that was good was the Undertaker's alternate Ministry of Darkness attire.
Oh yeah, I love that one.
Yeah, it was pretty good on that part. I did not like the Halloween theme attires for
Oh,
Kelly
you're gonna
Kelly or
hate
Rey
20.
Mysterio. It's fucking horrible, huh?
We're gonna hate 20 because we got freaking Zombie Strowman, an evil Aleister Black.
And just the DLCs was awful as well. The character packs was trash. You had the British
What?
Bulldog,
Was not worth it.
Lex Luger,
Was not worth it.
Wade Barrett.
Worth it.
We had David Otunga.
Not worth it.
Justin Gabriel worth it.
Worth it.
You had Layla awful.
Nowhere near worth it.
Attires for Shad Gasgard and Shawn Michaels, which was pretty badass. They sucked ass as well. The WCW Nitro was pretty good. All right, but the rosters suck. I'm gonna be honest.
Sucked.
The roster on WWE 2K, on WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 was just awful. You had names like Alicia Fox, Brie Bella, David Otunga, Ezekiel Jackson. Yeah. Oh, this list is freaking horrible. You had Primo. You had Vladimir Kozlov. This is one of the weakest rosters of all time, in my opinion.
Yeah, because it was like, look at the roster and tell me who in that fucking roster is getting a push.
And even the legends. Let me read you the legends. There's a few good legends, but most of the legends wasn't really crazy. You had
Yeah,
Bret Hart, British Bulldog, Jake the Snake Roberts. You had Jimmy Snuka, Lex Luger, Ricky Steamboat, Rob Van Dam, which at the time was on TNA.
which caused a giant lawsuit.
Yep. Yeah, Steve Austin. That doesn't really sound too crazy.
That doesn't sound bad and everything, but there's just one problem.
Hmm.
Again, all the people you just named during 2011, 2012, were they getting a push or could you see them getting a push?
No.
All right, here's the funny fact for all gamers that play WWE. You were either A, creating your character, or B, downloading most of AEW, New Japan, ROH, Impact Wrestling, all the
AEW.
superstars. Yeah, like people will download a Cody, a Kenny, a Hangman,
On
a
what?
Darby Allin on just games of today. Like people right now are like downloading Darby's and Janela's and Jimmy
Oh
Havoc.
yeah.
So people are doing that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is my theory. You will still do that, but if say someone like Primo was getting a push, you'd be like, oh man, Darby versus Primo sounds like a dream match. But because he's a effing jobber, why the fuck is even Primo taking up a slot?
Dude, they had Mike Knox in the game.
Were you playing as Mike Knox?
No.
Were you playing against Mike Knox?
No.
Did you on Universe do anything with Mike Knox?
No.
Why?
Jobber.
Or exactly.
And Evan Bourne, I'm an Evan Bourne fan, but he should have not been rated 90. What the hell did Evan Bourne do to deserve that?
He beat Chris Jericho.
Okay. What accomplishments has he done? Like, where did he main event? What did he do?
Exactly.
Besides winning the tag team title.
That's what I'm talking about. The small push that these guys were getting, it would have been better if they were used and not untouched in a 2K game.
And now think about it. Evan Bourne was a 91. WWE had to rate him that much because there was a lot of jobbers on this game that was rated 70s and 80s. And a few guys who wasn't even that big had to be rated high because of how much jobbers there was in this game. Like, you had to rate like a fucking... You had to rate a Drew McIntyre at the time was a rookie. You had to rate him at an 89 because of how many jobbers were in the game.
Exactly. Like, I kid you not. You were using said person because you saw said person on TV every Monday and Friday and thinking that guy looks cool. I'm going to turn on my PS2 or my Xbox and I'm going to play as that guy or I'm going to beat up that guy. Like, let's... Like,
Universe just sucked because everybody sucked in this game.
Yeah, like no one was freaking credible. No one had like feats worthy of like acknowledging where it was just like, why the hell is this even worth my time?
Exactly. And the game modes was pretty ass as well. I did not like the game modes. The creative finisher mode was pretty good.
I loved that one. The only thing I didn't like was that you couldn't create a submission, which I kind of understand why. Because submissions were kind of, well, actually, no, they weren't OP because you can get out of them either easily or hard, and you can fight your way out of them, unlike these games.
And then the cover was ass. They had Big Show and Miz with John Cena. At that time, Big Show and Miz, what the hell was Big Show doing at the time besides being a tag team champion?
Miz was a U.S. champion.
Miz was U.S. champion, but still, you should have put Randy Orton and somebody like Dolph.
Miz was a credible U.S. champion. Big Show... Look, well, I'll give Big Show's credit. Back then, he looked like that guy you wanted to have a tag team relation with. Because at that point, it was like, all right, Jericho.
Yeah, but Jericho was good. I didn't like the Miz and Big Show.
Yeah, Show Miz was awful. But it was like, all right, Jericho, there's no way in hell you were telling me, oh yeah, a John Morrison and R-Truth are taking the tag titles off of them. A Ted DiBiase and Cody Rhodes are taking the tag titles off of them. You needed to get D-Generation X to get the tag team titles off of them.
By the way, guys, if you guys are just dropping by, drop a like, drop a sub, turn on those notifications. And yeah, I think that's about it for WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 11.
All right, next.
Next, we got WWE 2K16.
This
Enigma?
one, yeah, I'm thinking about it right now. This one, like, it had so much heat it had smoke that it didn't want to ignite.
Yeah. I'll be honest. A lot of this one didn't really have that much game modes that were good. It had a lot of awful shit. And like Enigma said, it had a lot of heat on the game. A lot of people did not like the graphics, of course. Hello?
Yeah,
Hello?
I'm still here.
Enigma? A lot of people did not like the
I'm still here.
graphics. I used to read a lot of complaints about it. Oh, why does this look like this? And we on Xbox One and PlayStation 4.
Yeah,
But yeah, what you was gonna say about the heat?
it was like, all right, like people were already flying in here without like high expectations,
Yeah.
so they were just like, 16.
The gameplay sucked ass as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just bad. It was horrible, god awful.
The game felt slow. Reversal isn't that great. Putting someone through the announce table, since you have to grab them and drag them into the table.
I'm
Yeah.
fine with that.
I didn't really like that. I like the way you just do them and stuff. Irish with them. Hmm?
No, you can still Irish whip them, but my problem is now, why the hell are we taking 10 steps backwards where I need a finisher to put you through the announce table?
Hmm. I just didn't like it. Yeah, the gameplay sucked ass. The game, it was too slow for in my liking. Yeah,
Yeah,
and basically, yeah, I think that's about it. The characters looked
yeah,
unpolished and unfinished as well. I forgot to mention that.
yeah,
I did not like that. Right?
yeah. I was not a fan of that.
Yeah, it felt like they just threw a lot, especially Bray. They did not work on Bray this game at all. Bray in this game sucked. He looked horrible. Besides his theme song, that was probably the only thing good about him in this game, and his finisher move. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's mainly everything you can not like about WWE 2K16. Enigma, what did you like about it?
I can't remember the game that much.
Yeah, because as well as Enigma, I didn't really play it for too long. I did play it more than 17, but I didn't really enjoy it. There wasn't really that. There wasn't really that much fun things to do in that game. It was very boring. The online wasn't too great.
Yeah, it wasn't great. It wasn't like, oh yeah, let's like I can't text you be like, hey, get on WWE 2K16 and we'll do a couple matches. I
Hmm.
think like my maximum was like 2 matches and then I'm getting off.
I feel like every WWE game from here on out should have dedicated servers.
Oh no, I think when we like stick to the mainly of WWE games, 2K games, we're gonna get into the servers.
Yeah. Hold on, guys. I gotta go answer the door. And then we'll take over talking back.
All right. Okay, so next game is Smash vs. Raw 2008, and this game had all the new superstars, and it had a GM mode where you could feel excited about. It felt extreme. You had a triple threat tag match. You had a triple threat tag match, hardcore style, but that was the only times you can do triple threat tag. Now it's pretty common. You can do a ladder match. You can do a TLC. You can do all that stuff now. But back then it was like, oh man, 3 teams in a hardcore match. That's awesome. But then some of the things I didn't like was the fact that once you finish story mode, you're kind of stuck in a loop. And mind you, we're still in the Smash vs. Raws where you couldn't do online play. So yeah, that was my thing. That's what I didn't like. That you were kind of stuck in a loop the moment you finish story mode, and then you just have to make a bunch of matches with your friends. But as we wait for Smooth, how's everyone been? Anyone that views, anyone that watches this later on, let me know. Also, remember, guys, I've done a podcast on NJPWs, King of Pro Wrestling. Go check it out. It's on Anchor. The Anchor's linked in our bio. It's in the description. Or if you guys haven't already, go check out the collab video previous to this one, the Sounds Like Kayfabe video. We did a collab on AEW versus NXT, the Wednesday Night Wars now. So if you guys haven't already, go check that out, and remember to go subscribe and follow Sounds Like Kayfabe on Twitter and Spotify for their podcast as well.
Hello?
What's up?
Yeah, I'm back, guys. So what you
I
was talking
already
about?
I already said my piece for 2008, and then I also talked about if they haven't already, go check out our previous video.
2008. What you said about it?
It was fun when you like did the matches, but when it came to story mode, you realize you're stuck in a loop,
Mm-hmm.
and then after that, you're just like, what the hell do I do now?
Yeah. 2008 was a good game for me. It
It was
wasn't
just so
great or anything.
slow.
It was good because of, if you're not counting storylines and stuff, they had good matches. They had like the table, good table features and stuff like that. And of course, when I was a kid, I used to play a lot with my brother, my nephew, and my cousin. So that's what made it fun for me. And I used to create characters and championship belts. It was pretty good because of that reasoning. But I can understand why Enigma didn't like it, because he's right. The storyline, you pretty much was you stuck in a loop, like he said. And the GM mode was pretty decent. GM mode wasn't like the other ones. I remember, yeah, that's when they had ECW as well. That's when they inserted ECW.
Yeah, ECW just started.
Yeah, they inserted ECW, right?
Yeah, just like ECW just started.
Yeah, and I remember being a GM, being on the ECW roster for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh, I always did SmackDown
I don't know why I put Undertaker,
on
but
ECW.
yeah,
Did you do that?
I don't know, bro. I was bugging out. I was trying to create like an old school feel, but it didn't feel like it. But if we're not counting like storylines and stuff, it was a good game for me because I used to play with my brother, like cousins, nephews, and we used to do like ladder matches, street fights, and I like the table features, like where the fire was on it.
Oh yeah, dude. Nowadays, it looks like the fire is floating.
Mm. I mean, yeah, it was a good game. All right, let's get on to the next one. Yeah.
The next one is SmackDown vs. Raw 2010.
Next one, SmackDown vs. Raw 2010. What did you like about it?
Again, just about WrestleManias, because it had the same problems as 8, where it's like once you do like all the acquainted, also the universe, I loved it.
Mm-hmm. I did like how you could have like wrote your own promos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That show was fire. Universe mode, that's probably my favorite universe mode. Universe mode, they made it fun. You could have a lot of backstage segments and stuff like that. You kind of pick what you wanted to do.
Yeah, like it was like an exciting feeling of, okay, I get to book this, and then I get to make these matches. But then again, it's like once you finish all that, it's like, what do I do now?
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was a pretty good game, guys. Let's go next. Enigma has to do something, so we gotta hurry up. You know, we're just gonna 1 through 10 from here now, Enigma. Let's go.
All right.
All right. 1 through 10. WWE 12. It's one of my favorite ones, honestly. Huh?
It was a 7. The only thing I liked about it was Jacob Cass.
Yeah, I love Jacob Cass storyline.
Oh, in the League of Nations.
In the League of Nations.
United Nations.
Yeah, the United Nations. Pretty good. Yeah, pretty good game. I gotta give it a 7 as well. It was definitely one of my favorites. I had a good time. Good game modes and everything. Yeah, pretty good. And it was the first WWE like game that didn't have SmackDown versus Raw since Shut Your Mouth and Here Goes the Pain.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was pretty good. I like how you could unlock the legends. It had Batista as DLC and Brock Lesnar.
No, it had Dwayne as DLC. Wasn't worth it.
And it had Brock Lesnar as well, which was pretty good. That's what led everybody on to speculation that he's coming back to WWE.
Yeah.
But
makes sense.
Yeah, pretty good. All right, next WWE 2K14. What you rate that?
8, just because it was the last thing of THQ.
Yeah, I have to agree. I give WWE 2K14 an 8 because the online was good. The servers, especially,
Oh yeah, definitely. But the match
right?
types lacked so damn hard.
Yeah, the match. That was only downfall and bad thing about it. But I have to give it an 8. It was pretty good. What you liked about it? One thing you liked about it. One thing.
Nothing.
Yeah. You didn't really like anything about 2K14?
I think it was just the child in me saying this is the last THQ game, so enjoy it.
Yeah. I mean, I liked a little bit of it.
I like the
Graphics were pretty
matches.
decent.
I like the creative character. Like they really go into it every year, and I love it every time.
Mm. Yeah, and it had Dwayne as the front cover.
Didn't what? No, just no. Why the hell are we having Dwayne? Why
All
the hell are we
right.
having Cena, Brock, all these guys?
It was an 8 for me. SmackDown vs. Raw 2009. I have to
10.
give that an 8, 10. I mean, 8 again.
I
8
give
for
that shit
me.
a 10.
2009 was basically 2008, but on drugs. Way better.
I love that you got to pick between making Ray a heel. I love the fact that you got to choose between DX and Evolution.
Great game modes. Great roster. Great submissions.
Like they could get
Great
a push at any
finishers.
minute.
Great finishes. I love the stages. I love the arenas we had in that game. The Train-tron for me was the best in that game. I
Ooh,
love the
yeah.
Train-tron in those games, especially when it's like you create a character and like the movesets you pick for them. That's just fine. But I gotta give that an 8 for me. 10 for them. All right, that'll be 2K18. Pretty good
7.
one. I had to give it a 7. You know.
I fucking played that shit a lot.
Me and Enigma, if you guys didn't know, had a lot of great matches on WWE 2K18.
Yeah, those are a lot of fun times.
We used to have a lot of 5-star
matches.
Remember that?
Yeah, like a mix of save matches daily. I'd recommend it. I think for this video only, I'll put down our mixers.
Yeah, it was great, man. Like, if you go back and watch the matches me and him used to have with Kenny Omega and John, you guys will really enjoy that as well. John Cena.
Oh yeah, I freaking love that one.
And our favorite match, of course, was a Bobby Roode and James Storm match we had.
It was a last man standing match.
Great times with the Enigma Diamond. It was very fun. I like that game. And the only reason why I put it higher than 9 is because, of course, it was more advanced and you could have done more things. All right, next. 2K19. I have to give it a 7 again. 7. Why? Why you give it an 8?
Just because the kick out system's better. The submissions, same problem. I think the only thing I like here is the kick outs and the graphics.
Yeah, same. It was a great game. I mean, I didn't really play too much, guys, so I can't really like talk about it. But I gotta give it on my experience that I did play a little bit of it. Universe was pretty good.
Oh yeah, I have been loving Universe.
Yeah,
Universe. For people that watch in the future, you guys are gonna get why the hell I love doing Universe so much.
Enigma, you say you're gonna drop down your mixer right later?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Yeah, if you want to follow us on Mixer and everything like that, do so. I gotta give it a 7. Pretty good game. All right, down to the final 3. Guys, if you haven't already, like, subscribe, turn on those notifications. Me and Enigma are gonna be back with more videos. Of course, we got AEW now in the mix full time. We got WWE and we got New Japan still.
Also, no New Japan videos till December.
Yeah. Yeah, guys. If you
unless you guys want to hear about World Tag League and Junior Tag League.
Yeah. All right, next SmackDown vs. Raw. Shut your mouth. I have to give that game a 10.
10.
Oh my god, one of the best games I've ever played. It's my second favorite wrestling game of all time.
Made me love SmackDown even more.
Oh my god, dude. The game modes on this match, the way you could have just hit women, hit the referees, and they fight you back.
Dude, that was probably the worst way to start off a sentence.
Dude, but it was good. I like how you could have like fought the women. It was fun.
That doesn't mean
Bro, I used to beat the shit out of Trish Stratus with Brock Lesnar.
Oh my god, dude. Right, guys, this doesn't mean that we condone beating women.
Yeah, nowadays you could like fight women in wrestling, so that's why I'm saying it.
Okay.
All right, but yeah, the game modes are great. Oh my god, the backstage 4 Carnival matches were the fucking best, bro. Oh my god. They were fighting on top of trucks, slamming these dudes through cars, breaking them through pipes, and the smoke is coming out, and then it's watery all over. There's water coming out all over the ceiling. Oh my god, this game is just so fun, bro. Especially because referee mode was lit.
Yeah, referee mode was amazing.
Storyline was, oh my god, it was great.
Truly 10 out of 10.
This game is the definition of perfect. But yeah, we don't have that much time,
Next
guys, so
match.
we're gonna go on. The next game, also a 10 in my opinion. Here comes the pain. SmackDown. Oh my god.
This game is made to hype the shit out of Brock the fuck Lesnar.
Yes, and they did absolutely that with that game. It was basically like touching about everything I said, but I liked the lumberjack, the special guest referee, the finisher moves, the storyline, and of course the they upgraded it from, you know how you could have went false count anywhere you wanted to.
Yeah.
Just like shut your mouth, but here you could have fought in a parking lot. You could have fought in a freaking front of a freaking water fountain thing. How you call that thing? Not a water fountain. How you call that?
Sprinklers.
I forgot. Like one of those things. And you could have fucking rode on a freaking helicopter, climb buildings in this game. This game was just lit as fuck.
It felt
man.
like some 007 shit.
Yeah, yeah. I remember climbing helicopters and jumping on the opponent through tables and stuff. I was like, what the hell? This game was freaking fun. It was absolutely a 10. And of course, number one on our list, our favorite WWE game, WWE 13, 10.
10 out of motherfucking 10. If you guys want to debate us on that, you have to fight me first. No, I'm kidding.
What do you like about it, nigga, before we wrap it up?
I like the CM Punk was the cover. I like the band they chose to use it. I like that the trailer was specifically the WWE champion. That is exactly how you hype up a fucking trailer.
Mm-hmm. Great soundtrack.
The graphics.
It had a pretty good soundtrack.
It was the first time where you got to do special guest referee online, and I love like we're doing a tag match, and like let's say one of our friends are like the referee. You have the option to screw them over, and like let's say you didn't tap, but you get to press Y, and the guy will be like, "Oh, he tapped." I like that feeling, because even when like you play with your friends, you're just like, dude, don't do it.
Yeah, I had to agree. I liked all the legends they had in that game. Basically, I like the title belts he could have unlocked and stuff. I love the unlocking system in that game.
Fair and balanced.
Yeah, I can't complain about that game. You know, I really had a fun experience in that game. I played the career mode in that game. I played the universe mode. It was pretty fun as well. Great game, 10 out of 10, just like those three. These three games are on the top three in my opinion. WWE 13, Shut Your Mouth, and Here Comes the Pain are the example of what WWE games need to be.
Yeah, I know it's too late for 20, but 2K21 needs to live up to those standards.
Especially on the new Xbox and PlayStation 5. But guys, that's our list. If you guys disagree, let us know. Let us know your list. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. Me and Enigma are back full time on this channel. Like we said,
more videos.
Now that AW is full time. Yep. Now that AW is full time. Later this week we're gonna have a AEW video, as a matter of fact, right?
Wait, time I was full gear this week?
No, but remember that thing you were telling me you wanted to do? The list of dream signings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have a dream signing list
of like top 5 people we wish would sign to AEW, whether it be the past or the current guys right now.
Yep. But yeah, like me and Enigma said earlier, now that AEW is full time and WWE is here, we are mainly gonna be posting WWE and AEW things on the channel. But we're still gonna do more wrestling, all wrestling. But we're gonna cover like the big events for other companies. Yeah. And like big tournaments for other companies. That's the only things we'll be talking about in terms of other companies from now on here on the channel. But guys, if you haven't already, like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Me and Enigma are back. Follow us on Anchor. You know, we just dropped the video
on Twitter.
Yep.
You guys can even follow me on my Talk for Glory Instagram, where I just tweet a whole bunch of wrestling shit.
Yep. Follow us on that.
A whole bunch of wrestling stuff.
Follow us on our Twitter. Yeah, it's a fun time to be a wrestling fan, guys. If you guys want to, once again,
Twitter as well.
Follow us on that. Talk_Glory. If you guys want to watch again, Anchor, New Japan Pro Wrestling, King of Pro Wrestling Review, Enigma talks about it all. Guys, tune in. You don't want to miss it. All right, I'm Young Smooth.
Yeah. I'm Enigma before.
And this is the end, guys. Thank you guys for coming.